What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today, when you talked about Virgin Galactic, ticker's SPCE, I want to give you a breakdown of some of the current data points, what is causing Virgin to go down as much as it is, and if it's justified or not. Before I get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So currently it is down 6.89%, 3.7 million shares being traded, 14 is the average. At the time of doing this video, no SEC filings, no press releases, nothing like that. So it is just piggybacking off of the broader fear, which is associated to the upcoming Fed meeting minutes, which is coming out at 2 o'clock. So in my opinion, I do feel that what is being factored into the market is the worst case scenario. So potentially, I do see this as an overreaction somewhat, but I'm going to go over the rest of the data points and whatnot just to give you a good overview of all that. But based on the volume, like I said, big money is not getting in as well. Looking at the momentum indicator shows number of retail investors are getting out. So a lot of the big money is just waiting for those damn Fed meeting minutes to come out to really justify whether this is going to make or break this kind of pivot that it's on right now. So I'm going to touch on some of the technicals and whatever else, but starting off with options activity. As it stands, around $62,000 in calls being purchased versus $143,000 in puts. So a lot of people are anticipating for it to clearly trend down. Looking at the specific call options shows all the strike prices, expiry dates. Based on this, it is anticipated to be above $2 by the end of this week. So hopefully holding this support. And the negative individuals, so bearish looking at the puts, it is anticipated to be sub $2. And I did say based on my last video, I do feel that a pullback is kind of necessary, somewhat. Obviously, their recent earnings that did come out was very good. It shows a little bit more optimism for the foreseeable future, but it did go up very, very fast because you can even see based on stochastic, it is at 80, which is considered very overbought. So their earnings was good, but not that good to really justify an overbought status and for it to continue to trend up. That's just my own opinion, not a financial advisor, of course. You guys always do your own due diligence. And quickly just going over here, options activity as well is just merely a sentiment. It does not move the stock price. So once again, I'm just bringing this up just so you are aware. Previously, with exception of today, you do see a lot of imbalances based on a lot of the articles. So there's been a lot of buying, and this has been what has kept Virgin Galactic as high as it has been, especially based on some of the fib levels. Like, it has been outperforming a lot of the other growth stocks and many things like that. So Virgin is getting the attention of who it needs to be. Well, obviously that is big money. So I'm going to go over all that in a second, but starting off with shorts, I'll give you an overview of what they are doing. Currently returning roughly around 2.12 million shares, 19.3% of the free floats being shorted, 70.76 million shares overall are being shorted, and cost to borrow average is 1.67%, and through interactive broker short availability, around 1.4 million shares available to be shorted. So obviously how I interpret this information, by them returning on a red day, it does show that they feel it's kind of unjustified, that potentially it does need to trend back up. So this is why I'm going through a lot of the things. I typically go through options activity, which as it stands is bearish. Looking at this information though, it is very much bullish. And then finally, to cap it all off, just looking at the technicals. So as it stands, it is on a very strong support. So with it at $2.10, it is trading between this P and this R1. So like I said, compared to a lot of other growth stocks, which is kind of sitting between the S2 and the S1, so far it's outperforming them. So that's kind of a positive thing. $2.09 is that very strong support that it's sitting on exactly as we speak right now. So $2.33 is going to be that next strong resistance. But like I said on my last couple of videos, I do feel that it needs to cool off based on the technicals. So consolidation is necessary and required. So potentially retracing back down to around the $1.84, or you never know what does come out, maybe the $1.69. So once again, that's just the short-term stuff, and that's still good for the long-term health of the stock, is a little bit more consolidation. But as it stands though, based on all the information that is out there, I would say that today is a little bit more of an overreaction. Like I said, I think people are pricing in worst case scenario, and Powell to essentially say that he does plan on raising the rates, maybe even one more time, which is kind of crazy to think but he is very adamant about kind of lowering the actual inflation numbers to around 2%. And he did spook the market a little bit by saying that the Feds aren't necessarily happy with the progress. So overall, I do feel that Virgin Galactic has really set the trajectory for a lot of good things, especially for 2024. In the short term, I feel like it needs to consolidate a little bit, but that's still for the long-term health and success of the stock price. Let me know your thoughts. What have you been doing with Virgin? Have you been buying? Have you been selling? What have you been doing overall? Because technically, if you kind of zoom out, it's actually held some fairly good support levels over the last little bit, and it has done one of the best reversals for 2023 so far of any stock. So who knows? Let me know your thoughts on all that. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And one final thing I just wanted to share with you, take advantage of this promo. It's been extended up until November the 30th. Just sign up for an account with me, throw $100 at it, and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So this is one of the best deals on the market. Link in the description below and also the comments. And as well, it is to note any cash that is in this account is also going to be earning 5.1% APY. So it's a win-win. Link in the description below and also the comments. And with all that said, I appreciate all of you watching.